Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we're doing the crossword for Wednesday, August 14th, 2024. So, on a day that is, I suppose, Ides of August Eve, did you do the crossword?
I did.
And was it an ideal Wednesday crossword?
It was a pretty typical Wednesday crossword, yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And a good one, an enjoyable one?
It was, although I kind of sped through it. I was able to get it done fairly quickly. Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
Anyway, but no, I enjoyed it.
Well, I hope you took time to smell the roses.
Savor the theme.
That's
there.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a theme.
Yes. Yeah, it was cute, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Clever. There were 3 themed clues and then a revealer. And I kind of figured out what the crossword creator was doing after I got the second themed clue. But I couldn't figure out what the revealer was going to be. And it was funny, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But the first themed clue was 17 across, which was seventh heaven. And the answer to that was cloud 3 instead of cloud 9.
Right.
25 across, March Madness round was Sweet 4 instead of Sweet 16. And then finally, the last one I thought was funny. Beatles hit written by a teenage Paul McCartney. And that was When I'm 8. So chances are, if you're listening carefully, you know what the author is doing here as well. But the revealer was funny. It was 48 and 56 across. Hairstylist observation that applies to the theme clues, and that was your roots are showing.
Yes.
So, yes, all the numbers listed there were the root numbers of what should have been listed there. Cloud 9, Sweet 16, and When I'm 64.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes. A very clever. This was by Samuel Donaldson. Mm-hmm. It is his 41st New York Times crossword.
Oh, my.
And he typically does, his favorite day is Sunday, followed by Wednesday.
Okay.
So, I thought it was a cute, I got cloud and I'm just like, this looks like the number 3. I have no idea why. And I wasn't sure about 25 across. I thought, well, maybe there's something called, I know there's a Sweet 16, maybe there's a Sweet 4. And I kept rationalizing these things. But I knew that it was When I'm 64, not When I'm 8.
Yes.
Perhaps that was an early version.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, very, very, very nicely done. And it wasn't too difficult.
No.
And I'm not sure if I had any mistakes in it when I got it finished or not. It seemed to go pretty smoothly.
I did not. I filled in the last clue and I got the happy music.
Yay.
So
always a good feeling.
That is always a very good feeling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I thought things were interesting in the top left corner. We had one across, and that was when the stage direction "Enter 3 Witches" appears in Macbeth, and that was Act 1.
That's right.
So that wasn't too hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I thought we also had 45 down, stages as a play, puts on. So we had a few theatrical references there, Act 1 and puts on.
That is true.
I thought they were going for a mini theme, but that was not the case.
Not quite. Our classic 61 across, Olympic Blade at Peg.
Yep.
Made an appearance. It seems like it's been kind of a while since we've seen that, but
don't worry. There's probably going to be an epidemic of them now.
It's always going to show up every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I wasn't sure about 4 down. Many residents of Nunavut. And the answer was Inuits.
Yes.
And I'm like, I think we might have had this conversation before. I think it should be singular. The people are Inuit.
The Inuit.
Not the Inuits. But this has been vetted, first of all, by Samuel Donaldson, who I trust. I mean, he's done 41 crosswords, Joel Fagliano, and probably a whole coven of beta testers, of crossword beta testers. I'm not sure if coven is the right term there.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's like use a U.S. example. I mean, we have like the Navajo and the Cheyenne, but we don't call them the Navajos or the Cheyennes. I
don't know.
Or we don't say, well, that area is populated by Navajos. We probably say populated by the Navajo.
Right.
So, yeah, it is kind of odd.
I mean, it is phrased as many residents of none of it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's got plural built into it, but it's sort of a collective, sort of the plural is built into it. So, I don't know. We may have to research this. Or if Joel Fagliano happens to be listening, drop us a line, Joel, crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com, and please explain your reasoning.
Yes.
Not sure if that's going to happen. 5 across. I should have been able to get 5 across mower houses. I'm like, what's a mower house? Turns out it's sheds.
Yes.
I thought that was
Unless you live in town, then it's a garage.
Right.
For most people. I shouldn't say for everyone, but...
And I did like coming off of that 6 down, good one, heh.
Yes.
I guess I should say heh.
I said ha.
Oh.
At first, but then when I got to 15 across, like abandoned malls, that's a great clue.
Yes.
Eerie.
Yes.
I knew it had to be an E.
8 down, pump option. The correct answer was diesel. I originally went for aerosol. Because first of all, it didn't fit. Secondly, it's spelled S-O-L, not S-E-L.
Yes.
But it turns out that when I'm filling in answers vertically, my spelling just goes out the window. So I was okay with aerosol, spelled A-R-S-E-L. And eventually, and that's probably one of the reasons I was having so much trouble with mower houses, because I had to get an A in that penultimate letter.
Right.
Eventually, I got a grip. And I like 9 down. Note by a poor grade. See me. Can't imagine being a teacher who has the time to see their students. Just give them an F. Be done with it. Let's see. 12 down. Tegan and Sarah, and the answer was pop duo.
Yes.
Had you ever heard of Tegan and Sarah?
No.
I had not either, and I started listening to some of their music, and once again, it's the greatest music I've ever heard. I don't know what it is about the New York Times, but they find these from all over the musical spectrum, they find these groups. I start listening to them, and I'm just transported. And
Tegan and Sarah,
just like, wow, why did someone not tell me before that there's this great group?
Where are they from? Do you know?
Apple Music.
Oh, like
I don't know where they're from.
Europe or U.S. or Canada?
Let's see. Well, I mean, I guess I could do some research here.
That's okay. That's okay. I thought maybe.
Their 7th album came up in 2013, so they've been around for a while.
Wow.
They're sisters. And
pop duo.
Here, I'll play a little bit of it just to give you a taste.
A little bit closer. Here comes the rush before we touch. Come a little closer.
The Spice Girls.
It's just a real nice hook to it. So anyway, that was pop duo, and I was very grateful to have heard that. Did you get 20 across? Virginia Tech athletes, Hokies?
Hokies, no, but I did look that up. And they used to be called the Gobblers. And a Hokie is kind of a slang for a turkey. So,
I thought a Hokie
and their mascot is a Hokie bird. So it looks like a turkey. I never knew that about Virginia Tech. I never really thought about their mascot. But yeah.
To me, Hokie sounds like something that is not well done, sort of trite. Oh, that's really hokey.
Well, that's spelled differently. That's spelled with a Y. Hokey. H, like the hokey pokey.
Yes. Okay. Well.
But yes, that is a slang word, hokey.
Right.
I've heard it used in that respect.
I think Virginia Tech needs. I don't know. I better not tread on this ground here.
No.
I might wind up offending some Hokies.
No.
And
no. I mean,
Wonder what happens if
we went to a school where the mascot was a tornado or cyclone.
it was a cyclone.
And it was personified by a cardinal bird. So, Psy
Right.
of the Iowa State Cyclones.
I was just worried. What happens if Virginia Tech plays Texas, and then you have the Hokies versus the Aggies?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are probably some other E's they can throw in there as well. Let's see. I think there ought to be like a mascot that looks like money bags in Monopoly. I would.
It could be the Wharton
They could have a monocle.
Yeah.
And there should of course be the female version as well. There should be the Mr. Moneybags and the Ms. Moneybags, and in the other Moneybags, I mean, there should just be a whole slew of Moneybags there.
Sure.
I'm
Why not?
I'm going to start my own university.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Moneybags
maybe
U.
the university where you are currently employed, you could make that appeal to them.
They unfortunately don't have any money, so they can't really do Moneybags. But let's see, 23 across. Lead into meter was Oda.
Yeah.
But, you know, I kept looking at it. It's like, Odo. It's an odometer. It's like, no, it's odometer. And I started thinking about, in Star Trek, they used to have this shapeshifter
That's
called
right.
Odo.
That was his name. Odo.
They need more shapeshifters in those plots. It was always great when Odo was around.
He could just be anybody.
Yes.
That actor didn't have to work too hard.
I remember he got out of a room once by just sort of dissolving and going under the door.
Oh, my.
Yes. 27 down, angle, fish.
Yes.
Boy, that really got me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I was not ready for it. I was just like, I was thinking it was going to be bias or slant or something like that wouldn't fit. But anyway.
Right.
And then 30 across, big name in Greek yogurt. And I looked at that and said, I'm just going to move along because Chobani is not going to fit in 5 squares. and I thought there's Chobani and there's Yoplait and I'm done. And now that I see the answer, which was OIKOS.
You've seen that on the grocery shelf.
I have seen that, but I never would have been able to come up with it. I just thought, I don't know this. But
I knew it, but I wasn't quite sure how to spell it, so I just thought it'll come through in the downs, and it did.
Yesterday we had ois. For being in pain, it was, instead of ows, it was ois. And now we have OIKOS.
Right.
Which is what you should apply if you're in pain. Yeah. Quickly, get the OIKOS.
I like 22 down. The clue was insistently unhip. Wasn't that a great
stodgy
phrase? You are insistently unhip.
Yes.
Stodgy.
Yeah, that was truly brilliant there.
And stodgy, that's a great word too.
Yep.
I don't have an occasion to use it, but
well, that's good. You hang around more interesting people then.
well, I do hang around lots of interesting people.
When you come to Moneybags U, there are going to be a lot of stodgy people there. That's
might
right.
be stodgy people, yes.
39 across, Major League was Army.
Yes,
That was
a
good.
clue
Yep.
too.
Fitted nicely with the, well, actually, I don't know. I guess, what sport are the Hokies? Are they like all their sports?
Yeah.
Okay, not just baseball. So
No.
let's see here. 43 down. Bigwig was Tycoon. That took me a bit.
Oh.
Even though, I mean, as a John Astor lookalike, speaking of Moneybags, I should have been able to get that. But I was like, it's like exec, CEO, I was sort of thinking in that area, but Tycoon. And actually, it also didn't help that the 43 across that gave the T of Tycoon, the answer was type A. The clue was like a go-getter.
Yes.
And I originally went for alpha.
Oh.
Sort of like one of the tough, like alpha males or something, but they wanted type A there.
Right.
49 down, poker variant with 4 hole cards was Omaha.
Yes.
And we had Omaha as a type of poker not too long ago.
We've had that several times, yes.
And I looked at it and I thought it's Omaha because that's the only poker variant I know. Unfortunately, it was the right one.
There's Texas Hold'em, that one. That's been in the puzzle.
Right, but that wouldn't fit. And then there's also, isn't there just like 5-card stud?
Something like that, yeah.
Let's see, 53 across. Wilbur to Fam in... No, let me try that one more time.
Fern.
Wilbur to Fern in Charlotte's Web was
Right.
pet pig.
That's right.
I was just thinking if you see if you have like a support animal, could you have like a pet pig as a support animal?
I suppose you could.
Probably not.
No, I think you could.
Really?
People have pet pigs, yes.
I bet Delta would be extremely, which is the clue right above it. 50 across, keep climbing airline was Delta.
Yes.
They're sort of in trouble right now. They may have to change their motto to keep crashing, referring to their IT systems.
Yeah.
But I guess you don't want to mention crashing and Delta in the same sentence.
Probably not.
So, did you know 47 across? Composer blank Carlo Menotti?
I am
Gian?
afraid I did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's probably it for today.
Okay.
So thanks everyone for listening.
Yep.
Hope you're enjoying these podcasts. Let us know, crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com. Please tell all your friends and relations about us. And we will be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.